Hi all! Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Good morning, everybody. Oh my goodness, this is going to be a very interesting video. We have a lot to cover again. Let's just jump in and get there, shall we? Let's go. Now, I'm starting off this morning with something that was sent by one of my subscribers. First, it's a picture of an original 1953 commemorative coin from Queen Elizabeth's coronation. Then she has a small model of the coronation coach and the horses that Queen Elizabeth rode into and from the Abbey. Also, Buckingham Palace Earl Grey tea that she'll be drinking. How lovely. Also, my subscriber Janice sent me pictures from her daughter's toy shop, which is getting geared up for the coronation. Look how cute with the toys. Love it. So, as usual, there's so much going on that it's just unbelievable. So, we're going to jump in and cover it all. Let's go. Starting off, thank you to Captain Green for posting this. This is the new Core Cap badge. Very nice. Next up, we all remember the Queen's Green Canopy, and the Prime Minister basically came out and said that in honor of that, they're going to plant trees for King Charles' coronation. I think that's lovely. Next up, a garden of royal reflection and celebration is being created to pay tribute to the late Queen and talk about Charles's reign. Apparently, CGI was used to pretty much show what this garden is going to look like. Mr. Green, who put it together, is an award gold medal winning garden designer, and it's going to be filled, the garden will, with some of the Windsor family favorite plants. There's going to be two sections, one to celebrate the new king and the other for visitors to reflect about the late Queen. Very nice. Next up, King Charles and Queen Consort Camilla unveiled the stage for the Eurovision Song Contest and toured around the arena in Liverpool. This is called the M&S Bank Arena, and they met Mae Mueller, who is apparently the UK's contestant, as well as celebrity presenters Scott Mills, Hannah Waddingham, Ryan Clark, and a lot of the creative teams. The final competition is going to take place on May 13th, a week after King Charles's coronation. Now, this is going to take place in Liverpool after the UK was chosen to host the competition on behalf of Ukraine. And this is the first time the competition has been held in the UK for 25 years. So what happened was the director, whose name is Martin Green, did a countdown from 10, and then Charles and Camilla hit the button there that you see on this stand that they were in front of, and the whole stage just exploded into all this color, the lights flashing and moving around, and it ended with the official coronation logo, flashed up, in tribute of Charles and Camilla. Moving on to Princess Anne, the Princess Royal, she went to Northern Ireland and officially reopened the HMS Caroline in Belfast. And it's a World War I ship. And she viewed the inside and looked at all the restoration that had been done. Now, just as an FYI, in case you're unaware, she is the patron of the National Museum, and this ship is the only survivor of the Battle of Jutland from 1916. Now, when she was done there, she stopped at an area called Ballycastle, and she went to the high school. And now I'm sure there'll be more pictures tomorrow. And as soon as those pictures come up, I will be showing them to you all, okay? Moving on. We're moving on to Edward now, who is there celebrating the 60th year of the International Awards with the Duke of Edinburgh Gold Award. And so he was there with the children to highlight the accomplishments of the young people. And that was a special evening event that took place with the Duke of Edinburgh, and they highlighted the accomplishments of the young people who won the award. Now, the personal flag of the Duke of Edinburgh was flown on top of the tower of Massey College while he was attending an event there that was connected with the Chapel Royal. Now, the next day, there was a youth summit, and Edward went, and it was discussed how the award affects positively, of course, the lives and insights on how to build an even stronger award. So they're saying they were able to watch these participants discuss real world issues and their findings and how they're going to help shape the future. I love that. Now we're going to move on from Edward to his wife, Sophie, the Duchess. She is an honorary president of Linking Environment and Farming. So she went today to Brock Hill Park for Performing Arts College as a beacon of excellence for food production, farming, and environmental education. So this college has its own working farm on site, and she was there to present them with the LEAF Educational Demonstration School Gold Award. And of course, she spoke to people, she met some animals. She was shown how to, brush a cow, how to take care of them, and she planted a tree. And of course, she was looking absolutely gorgeous. I love this jacket that she had on, very nice. We all know that she's a huge advocate for young people and recognizing the importance of creating opportunities so that they can reach their full potential. She also looked at a lot of the things. Apparently, they make a lot of stuff on site. And she was looking at some of those as well. Good for her. Way to go, Sophie. Now, when she got done there, she went to the Kent Refugee Action Network in Canterbury. And she did, again, there'll be more pictures tomorrow of this, I'm sure. And if they come up, I will put them up for you, okay? Moving on. All right, we're going to move on to Sarah Ferguson. We already know she was not included on the guest list for the May 6th coronation. But in an effort to, keep peace in the family, she's being given a special seat on the east lawn of Windsor Castle the day after to have unmatched views of the King's coronation concert. They're saying she never expected an invitation to the concert, but she's glad that she'll be with the family while that's going on, including her daughters. Good for her. Moving on. All right, moving on. You guys remember that I told you before they were giving out, I don't even remember. I think it might have been 500 tickets to the Coronation concert by a lottery. Well, apparently, after the system sent out messages to people that said you entered, you were successful, you have 24 or 48 hours it was to claim your tickets. Okay, so at lunchtime, people were told and said they were successful for their tickets. And the message came in, and it said, congratulations, you've got a pair of standing tickets to the Coronation concert. This is the supplementary round. They're being offered to a randomly select group of ballot winners on a first-come, first-served basis. So you need to act quickly to claim your tickets. It said you have until noon on April 27th. If you don't reclaim your ticket by then, they're going to be reallocated. Well, just minutes later, the Ticketmaster tweeted and said tickets are gone. So people were told they had 48 hours. But there you go. Unless you snapped up your tickets within 30 minutes, your tickets were gone. So people are really upset. And I don't know how that happened. I guess they'll figure it out. All right, next up, I just wanted to touch on this article. They're leading separate lives with their public duties. What public duties? Everything they do is Zoom call. Their paperwork showed they only work 1 hour a week. I think they're leading separate lives because I think Meghan Markle is getting ready to dump somebody. I've told you guys this already. All right, moving on. This next article just got me because it really shows the difference between the two brothers. Harry was at a game trying to make everybody believe that he and Meghan are so happy and so in love and the millions of dollars in the clothing, whereas William was laying a wreath to honor veterans who died. Yeah, definite difference. All right, next up, these articles came up. Harry still has no idea where he's going to be seated. And here it's so close to the coronation. Why hasn't he been told? Well, maybe they haven't determined where they're going to put him because he and Meghan now are still lobbing things at the royal family a week before the coronation. Maybe they'll sit him outside. I mean, he and Meghan were dialing back on things and being really nice. And then when they didn't get what they wanted, now they're attacking again. That's what's going on. Harry is now saying that the royal household is trying to quote unquote smooth the way for Camilla to become the queen consort. And so there was a secret agreement struck between the palace and Rupert Murdoch's newspaper group over the phone hacking, which he says was used to benefit Camilla. Okay, we're going to discuss all of that, the phone hacking thing, in just a minute. But here he goes attacking again. All right, I'm just touching on this really quickly. Apparently, Britons no longer want to pay for any kind of security for Harry, even if he's there for royal duties. They're sick of him. Can't blame them. Moving on. All right, this is also going to be a quick little look. Apparently, Meghan has a big sense of entitlement. Again, she felt because she was biracial, because she was on Suits, because of this, because of that, she should get special treatment in the royal family. She should be top dog. And when that didn't materialize, that's what upset her, which leads us into this blind item that came out. Apparently, she got all kinds of styling and makeup for free in exchange for a shout out to the person who did the work. And then she didn't give them the shout out. That doesn't surprise me. Moving on. All right, so this article really caught my attention because Meghan is trying to rebrand herself. She's carefree. She doesn't hold a grudge. So who's buying this? Because we always know that she has complained and moaned and groaned about every single perceived slight in her world. She has gone on multiple platforms. She insinuated the royals were racist, that they didn't care that she was suicidal. She claimed that Catherine made her cry. And now all of that is gone. And now she is, as the article says, easy breezy, laissez-faire, cool as ice. I mean, just look at her appearance at the TED Talk with her pink and glossy hair. And then look at her and Harry at the LA game. They were so sweet together. She was leaning in, and look how careful and joyous she is, living her best life. Nothing upsets her. Not even the fact that most Britons hate her. That they're thankful that she's not showing up to the coronation. As this article says, she wants you to believe that even after all the back and forth negotiations, that she's simply not going to attend, to make it easier on the others and to not pull the focus away from Charles. That's what she wants you to believe. As the article says, her brand is resentful, vengeful, petty, and profit-seeking, yelling racism everywhere and seeking out the spotlight while screaming about privacy, just like South Park's Worldwide Privacy Tour perfectly lampooned. So when it came out on Friday that Meghan wasn't attending, the coronation because of the unsatisfactory exchange with Charles, the personal letter with the unconscious bias, everybody was like, yeah, that sounds about right. But of course, Meghan goes, no, never, that's not true. And she would never harp on things that are done to her as she's picking up an award for the supposed racism in the family. And of course, Omid Scobie had to put something out. And of course, we all know it started up with Team Sussex. I mean, I love what the article says, and I'm quoting, "This is a woman who takes bite the hand that feeds you to new lows." And we're supposed to believe that she's not going to the coronation because she's too busy over a 4-year-old's birthday party. And let's not forget that her husband, who the article also calls her lapdog, reprinted a private text exchange between her and Catherine, all while they're going on about their privacy. Right. So for me, I don't care how much she tries to rebrand herself. Once you've shown the world who you are, it's not going to change my opinion. It's just not. All right, moving on. All right, here we go into the big stuff. Now, I want you guys to remember, all of this stuff is coming out. William has been dragged into Harry's court battle because the lawyer claims he made a secret deal. He claims there was a secret deal, okay, to settle a dispute over the phone hacking allegations. The documents allege, in other words, there's no proof of this, okay? The documents allege a very large sum of money came from the News Group newspapers. That's the people that publish The Sun, and they used to publish News of the World, which has now gone out of business. Harry is alleging that there is a secret agreement between Buckingham Palace and the group from 2020, okay? Oh my goodness. Now, we all know that Harry is suing the publishers with Hugh Grant and all this other information. So my first thing is what Summer Sherberry said. When is Harry going to sue the publications from the United States, which have, put a bunch of supposedly fake news out? I don't see him looking at them at all. And Harry, as usual, in taking no accountability for his own actions, just like William made me wear the Nazi uniform and this happened and that happened, is now claiming that he was forced to be a drunken, drug-abusing teenager by the press. I have never before seen somebody like this who will take absolutely no responsibility for any of his behavior. It got so bad that Harry actually wanted to stop the press. Imagine, the UK public is paying for this wedding, $32 million, and Harry actually thought he could stop the press from attending the wedding. No, I'm not kidding. Now, in Harry's court papers, he claims that Prince William got a large amount of money by this group that owns the newspaper, and that the payment was made in 2020. Now, Harry is claiming that an agreement was made between, the royal family and the Murdochs in 2012, and that it happened because of what happened with Charles and Camilla. However, it appears that William and Harry were both suing, but Harry thought it was going too slow, and so now he's still dealing with it, whereas William settled. So there you go. Now, CNN has put up a list of people who have made settlements out of court before. Elton John is on this list. Hugh Grant is on this list. People who are in the middle of this lawsuit with Harry are on this list as previously settling cases out of court. So I don't understand why everybody's having a cow over it. In the meantime, Harry, predictably, is trying to ruin his father's coronation with all of this because he and Meghan didn't get what they wanted in the negotiations. So where they were first trying to roll back their accusations and get good spots when they didn't get what they wanted, now they're attacking and they're releasing private information. I mean, this article, this right here says it perfectly. When William says he's private, he's private. Whereas you can see what these guys are doing with their privacy. So all these people are talking about, there might have been a rapprochement. The two of them might have spoken. No, it's not going to happen. I mean, Harry is claiming that the Queen gave him permission to go ahead and seek an apology, but then his father's office is the one that blocked it. That's why he's taking a shot at Charles and Camilla. And he's claiming this was all for Camilla. That's what it is. I mean, and remember, all this information coming out is from Harry's court filings. He hasn't provided any proof of any of this. We already know that Harry's memory is sketchy at best. And when it was pointed out that he had made all these mistakes in his book, this is the statement he put out. Right. Now, it's now come out that Harry released confidential information without telling William. So once again, trust has been broken. Now, Omid Scobie, in the meantime, published his book through HarperCollins, which is owned by, yes, you got it, Rupert Murdoch. I don't hear the sugar saying anything about that. But when William did get his money, it all went to charity, every penny. And guess where it went? That's right. It went to the Invictus Games. That just goes to show you what an ungrateful brat Harry is. So if anything, I think William showed everybody how it's done. Now the sugars are literally ripping themselves apart. Oh my gosh, look what he did. He accepted Murdoch's money to settle his own claim, blah, blah, blah. Completely forgetting the fact that Harry was involved in that claim and decided to remove himself from that claim and go a different route. And he screwed himself. But, cause and effect. I mean, in all honesty, I seriously don't know where these people... Hush money? He won a court case. There was a settlement out of court. That's not hush money. And as far as Jason Knopf goes, it was Meghan and Harry that requested that he testify as shown in the court records. Oh my goodness. Now, when you look at this, if this is correct, look at the difference between how many times everybody was hacked. And then it came out that, those people that are saying this was hush money, Prince William got paid, and then he gave the money to the Invictus Games. I mean, really. Now, as I said, there's no proof to any of this, and we know that Harry's memory is a little iffy, and the court said that the Duke of Sussex appears to have factual inconsistencies in his legal claim about being a victim of hacking. Yep. The justice said that he's concerned that Harry's account of an alleged secret deal by the royal family prevented him from filing his lawsuit. Yeah, I think he's sunk. Just my opinion. All right, you guys, I want those comments, so don't forget to leave them and make them good. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future uploads. Don't forget to go into the description box where you will find the links to my Twitter, my Getter, my Rumble, my email. For those of you who have donated to my coffee fund and through the thanks button, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.